Hello everybody, welcome to another episode with Broke Girls Art School. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about how to go about getting an apprenticeship if you are ready to take the leap to try to become a professional tattoo artist. I did make another video, which I will tag a link for in the description box below if you missed it, talking about why I think apprenticeships are super important if you are looking to get into this trade. So don't forget to check that out, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you want to help me out and see some of my future videos. I do plenty of different art tutorials, whether it be tattooing, wood burning, painting, all that good stuff. So yeah, and don't forget to drop a comment if you have any questions at all for me, and I'll make sure to get back to you. So first and foremost, I think it's super important to be an artist before you try to become a tattoo artist. I think some people, they love the trade, they love the idea of tattooing, but they haven't drawn or painted a day in their lives. So it's like, if you can't do something on paper, you can't draw it with a pencil, you can't paint it, you should be nowhere near somebody else's skin. You need to be an artist before you're gonna be marking up people permanently. So draw your ass off, practice a bunch of different subject matter, and start drawing things that look like tattoos. You'll be able to see like different line weights and color theory. There's so many things that go into mapping out a tattoo and making it look pleasing to the eye. And do your time studying other artists' work that you really appreciate. I spend so many hours just scrolling through Instagram and nitpicking, tattooists' artwork and just, looking at every aspect of it. And when I look at it, I'm thinking, what makes their work so much better than mine? I'm still in the beginning of my career, so I know I got a long way to go before I'm hitting, my max potential, which will probably be 10 or 15 years from now. But yeah, take the time to go through and really study the people's work that you admire. And there's so many different styles of tattooing, so, I think maybe figure out it takes a while to figure out what your style is going to be, and I do think it's good to go into an apprenticeship open-minded on, if you're going to be a traditional artist, or if you're going to do black and gray realism, whatever it might be. So that branches off to another point. I think it's really important before you get an apprenticeship to go get tattooed by people that you really love their work, and pick their brain a little bit, that kind of thing, and hopefully maybe they're willing to take on an apprentice, right? So find somebody that you really like, go get work done by them, learn as much as you can. The next thing, like I said previously, it's super important to be an artist before you think you can be a tattoo artist, right? So when I went in for my apprenticeship, I brought all of the art that I did pretty much for the 3 years prior to me wanting to pursue this, because I've been into art my whole life, whether that just be drawing, doodling, painting, whatever. I've dabbled with a lot of mediums, so I had a lot of stuff that I could bring in, and I wanted to be able to show the progress that I made on my own without a mentor or anything, because that shows how motivated you are to make yourself better. If you can go in showing someone progress that you made by yourself, then they have more faith of you progressing even more as an artist and being committed to the shop and committing to yourself, really. So for example, this is one of my old notebooks just with a bunch of random designs, drawings, whatever. So I brought my notebooks, and then this is just an example. This is pretty much the stack of paintings that I brought with. So, just random stuff. Eyeball, snake, lady in roses. There's so many random things. And I think people really appreciate that, being able to see the stuff that you did on your own accord, because it's showing your dedication just to the art in general. And if you're looking to just take a couple steps ahead in the game, something that, especially if you're applying to apprentice at a street shop, learn how to do script. I got a couple books on classic roundhand, which just teaches you the basics of having uniform letters and thicker lines on your downstrokes, that kind of thing. If you're pretty new to script and tattoo style script, I would highly recommend investing in one of BJ Bett's books. He has a few different like script books, and I learned a lot just from flipping through those. So definitely practice your script if you want to get ahead of the game. And like I was saying, draw some stuff that would make for a good tattoo, like common subject matter that people would ask for, like skulls, flowers, snakes, whatever you can think of, whatever you also enjoy drawing, put it down on paper. It will never hurt. Like the more you have, the better chance you have of getting that apprenticeship. One more important factor to point out, I would recommend going to a few shops and feeling out the vibe, like meeting some of the artists, making sure it's people that you think that you'll be able to get along with. Because most places you go, you will be, like I said, doing the bitch work and stuff for a while. But you also want to make sure that, you feel like you're in a good place for you to learn and grow. And I don't think that apprentices should feel like degraded and all that stuff. Like I think it's possible to have a structural apprenticeship while still growing and learning and just growing love for the art in general. So I would go to a few different shops and feel out what you think would be the best for you, not only art-wise but personality-wise as well. Like me, for example, I just kind of took the apprenticeship at the first place that I walked into that offered me a job. And of course it was a good experience for me. I'm happy with everything along my journey, but I kind of wish I would have felt out a few places first just to see like maybe there would have been a better match, whatever. So bottom line, draw your ass off, go get some work from people that you admire, and prove that you can learn things on your own even before you walk into a shop, and that will give you more respect, that will give you more, people will think that you have more potential if you go in prepared in that way. Thank you guys for checking out another episode of Broke Girls Art School. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to support my channel, and drop a comment if you have any questions at all for me. Thank you.